Trophy race.
Space Dust Alley. Get ready! Go! Caverns. Get ready! Go!
Star City.
Get ready!
Go!
Spaceport Alpha. Get ready! Go! Trophy race. Boulder Canyon. Get ready! Go! Greenwood Village. Get ready! Go! oil planes. Get ready! Go!
Yo, stop. Let's see. This is huge take place and directing a lot. And we are already sending it to second floor. We have peaks. Not actually just end up in the same place. Yeah, let's see. He's doing all those very well. Games on speed. Working her way through the second half. Damn! Okay. I'll try to keep it back up then.
Power up!
Yeah, exactly.
Haunted Woods.
So, she's already finishing Winter Plains. She's about half a minute ahead, I think. Yeah, the music is at fault here. But Ollie actually isn't that far behind. Meanwhile, Peaks is heading to Haunted Woods, one of the hardest car tracks in my opinion, since it's really just a boosting track. You do not that much of regular driving, just zipper to zipper to zipper. And if you're wondering why Peaks doesn't use any balloons on this track, it's just not worth it. We only use blue balloons, which are for boosts. So, yeah. Using that bubble that she was holding down would just be setting hazards for herself to run into later in the race. We have both of them into the next plane track. It is the third plane track after Space Dust and Spaceport Alpha, and this one is notorious for the way you can fly here with just boosting and barrel rolling without ever hitting the A button if you are really good. Yeah, Peaks is pretty much holding her lead here in this race. Okay, fancy bonking at the start of roller scope here from Peaks.
Walrus Coast.
Yeah, they are about 15 seconds apart here, as far as I can tell. This was a really solid walrus scope from Peaks here. Sub 130. Really good for his skill level. As you can hear, we can hear beautiful winter music from Pete's gameplay here, which is actually not that good since music lags the game, which obviously takes a bit of speed from the zippers and the boosts you get, and therefore the perfect way to play this game is without this beautiful music. That's why sometimes I just play with the game soundtrack in the background and the game on the console is turned off. But for tournament's sake and for the viewers, we have it turned on.
Frosty Village.
Sure, a lot of frustration honking here going on. Oh. From what I can tell, it is that Peaks is at a pretty good pace here. So what we can expect from this race is both players are with the PBs around the 30-minute mark. Peaks actually has the sub 30-minute time. I think it's a 29:45 actually, while Do Not has a pretty fresh PB from right before the stream of 30:53. So, with the nature of this game, we can maybe expect some pretty close races here. Until now, Peaks obviously is over a lap ahead here. About 30 seconds, I guess. And with way back here on Peak side, we have our second hover track. You can see her waving her hoverboat left and right. that is actually her really wiggling the control stick from left to right, to left to right, since turning in this game actually gives you a little speed boost to compensate for the speed you lose when you obviously turn. But since this is a racing game, the developers needed to go faster. Let's address that, I guess. And yeah. The race is still pretty close. We have still a few obstacles later in this one, which can make this everybody's game. And I'm pretty tired as well. Yeah, Pirate Lagoon is a track where you wanna go in a few straight lines. You have set goals where you wanna go, and you just boost with all your might to reach that goal, and then you turn, and you just go straight again, and you do that on and off all the time. And doing that while snaking, with that weird snaking motion, is a really tough task to do. But Peaks and Do Not are doing really well here. Missing a few zippers like this one on Do Not side here, but that's just a little obstacle. Let's see. Peaks actually hitting that zipper. The second zipper in Crescent Island is infamous for its randomness. Like, sometimes you drive straight over it and it just does not trigger, and you're just dumbfounded of how that could be. But yeah, 90s games, like. But Peaks actually is lucky, she got the zipper perfectly all the time. Let's see. Yeah, Ollie as well. Walking those zippers.
Treasure case.
Both closing out of the ship here. So Peaks is two full laps ahead already. And she's already taking on the last track here. On this trophy. This second to last actually. Another strong boost track on the car part. And she clears it. With some bonking of the AI here. Like, man. Sometimes the AI in this game will always go at the same speed. There's no such thing as rubber banding like in Mario Kart 64. And it depends on your own speed if you will run into them at some point of the race. Like when you overtake them or lap them, you will just run into their backs, and sometimes it will just pull you off and make you bonk.
Trophy race. Ancient lake.
So both of the racers into the last trophy, Dino Domain. We have 4 tracks left, starting with Ancient Lake. Most people call this the most easiest car track, most easiest track in general. But it still has a few tricks up its sleeve. Yeah, do not just drifting casually by our mascot, Blakey the dinosaur, who just keeps walking his lap in the circle left. On Peak's side, we can actually see Fossil Canyon, which some people call this, in contrast to Ancient Lake, one of the most difficult tracks in this one. When we start the lap, we have this huge jump over the lake, where we wanna hit it in a way that we hit the corner on the other side of the lake and get flung into the air, so we can jump into the tunnel and dive in, like as if the car was playing suddenly. And at the end of the lap, we have another one, which we call Canyonless. None of our runners actually do this, since getting the blue balloon in the tunnel is really difficult. But it really saves a few seconds over the course of the race. Peak's actually pulling ahead quite a bit on these tracks. She's already at the end of Jungle Falls here. Which personally, Jungle Falls is the worst track for me in this movie. It's super tough and I just bump all the time everywhere. People like Mrs. Gizamalu can tell you how to play this track. I cannot. And Peaks already got the last out of rounds. This the second out of rounds there is in this race, I think. Did we do first out of rounds? I think not. Okay, so this is a trick where we clip under the track, so we can just ignore the boundaries and go from the first checkpoint to the last, and back and forth, in a straight line pretty much. So how can you go further? No. And Peaks finishing up here. And she's finishing. 29.50. Damn. Really close to PB here. Not bad. Let's see what Dunod can do. He has 2 laps to go and he goes for the out of bounds. Nice. And he got a clip on the second lap. So he won't be much really far behind here. With a really good lap, he can close up with a PB here as well. So really good first race from Peaks and Dunod here. And 30.47 was that. He split a bit late. Nice. Really good. So we actually have a lot of potential for this race left here. Both players playing up to the game. But since this is a best of 3 tournament for this group stage, we actually have still at least one race left, which is going to be the deciding one. Can Peaks go for the win, or can do not counter with his second win? We will have a little bit of break and then continue. Let me highlight a few things here. Like, Peaks had a really strong beginning in her run. Like, her first tracks were really close to what she can do. She struggled a bit later in Winter Plains at Everforce Peak, but yeah, those two tracks are her self-proclaimed hating tracks. She doesn't like those. So I don't know if you can call that expected from herself. But she really came back at the end and punched it out of the garden. So yeah, waiting up for race number 2. Yeah, we can see Peaks actually practicing some with the planes, preparing for race number 2.
Trophy race. Yeah, maybe he will, Xavier. Maybe. So N is already focused and ready for the second race. Waiting for Peaks, yeah. I am not sure if she knows that Anne already finished and that she still has a second race to do. Okay, Peaks is ready as well. Just finishing up the Swimmer Plains, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. She's ready. Okay, let's. Both files are ready. And Peaks with the with the early start here.
So and here we go. We are off to another one. Going another time from Future Planet back up to Dino Domain. Ah, Peaks missed the start boost. Okay.
Space Dust Alley.
So it seems we are a little bit off here. Like 10 seconds difference right now between the two. Wait a second. Oh, okay. I got this. Yeah, and do not actually striking with those floating rocks in this track here a little bit. It's pretty difficult to have your barrels aligned straight, but at the same time you have to kind of work with those flying rocks that just go in circles all the time, and sometimes on like 2 occasions on the circle they are right in your way and you have to dodge them 3 times. Peaks already going ahead here again. Like her skills in base dust area are actually quite impressive. Let's see how both of them fared on the loops here. Actually, a little bit of trivia on Darkroom Caverns. The same track we are on right now. There's actually an out of bounds trick on the second loop of the lap, where you can ram yourself at a specific into the wall in a specific point and just clip out of the looping and fly into the finish line, into the goal, and finish the race that way. With a lot of skill and practice, you can actually land on the track. All of that saves like half a second or a second if you're really good. So it's not worth it, since you will just reset at the start of the lap if you fail. Only a few people do that, and it's not really been done in this tournament yet. We will see if it's happened. Yeah, and Peaks with some really cool movements here along the zipper. But do not actually same stuff here. Losing a bit more of time on Peaks here though.
Star City.
I think it's worth mentioning how the car and the other vehicles actually work in this game. Like, each of the 3 vehicles, car, hovercraft and plane, have special mechanics all to themselves. which makes this game really different from all those other racing games out there. Like for the car, you have obviously the drifting mechanic, which makes you taking turns way more easily. Also a sharp drifting mechanic, where when you hit the R and the B button, so you can just do quick small turns around these corners like in Star City here. It's really useful for 90-degree turns. And A tapping. With the tapping of the A button in a certain rhythm, you will kinda trick the game into thinking that you are accelerating all the time, which actually the speed value for acceleration is a little bit higher than your actual top speed. So you can go a little bit faster just by tapping the A button, like 4 to 5 times a second. For the plane, on the other hand, which we are seeing conveniently right now here in Spaceport Alpha, we have barrel rolls. The thing with barrel rolls, no, it's not the kind of barrel rolls you have in Star Fox or stuff. It's small rolls that propel you forward by double tapping the R button. And usually when you do this as a casual player, you think, oh, this is cool, I can do some stuff, so I can maybe dodge some mines to the left or to the right. But if you let go of the A button, you will also get a pretty significant speed boost that you can actually chain together, and like 2 to 3 rolls will give you a maximal speed boost, speeding you up to like 150 on the speedometer here, like you can see on Do Not screen. He doesn't do that many rolls, so he can stay clean and don't bump, but you can like kind of picture it. Both of them really clear with this Spaceport Alpha here. And Peaks is done with the first trophy again. Nice. Heading back to Boulder Canyon, our first hovercraft track of this game. So, right back to explaining. Like I said last time in Way Bay, we have this swaying motion going on here, which speeds you up because the game thinks, you're turning all the time, but we wanna go fast, so we give you a little bit of extra speed, and we use that to trick the game into thinking that we are turning all the time. But with the properties of the hovercraft, we can make it go straight forward while turning all the time. Like, we turn 45 degrees to the left and turn right back to 45 degrees to the right. And it's frighteningly really effective. Peaks built up her lead 40 seconds already. Okay.
both of them are really consistent right now. I think both are really close to their PDs right now, which is cool. This means that both of them are playing to the most other possibilities here. And both are still a lot to improve on here. Oh, not just barely dodging those spike mice and oil snakes on Greenwood here. He actually was lucky enough to have his shield anyway, but if he had not had that, he would just have crashed and burned, yeah.
Windmill planes.
Oh, and peeks back to Windmill Paint. Let's see how she handled this time. She's starting out really confidently here, so she's gathering up bananas, which are actually a valuable resource in this game, since they boost your speed, your top speed, and your acceleration by collecting them. The effect will wear off at like a cap of 10 bananas, and it will boost your top speed and your acceleration by like 10%. If you pay a little bit of attention to the North screen, you can see that at the start of the next race when he collects bananas, and the comparison to when he starts out with 0 bananas. Windmill plates. Yeah, as you can see, both of them also use kind of different strats for the usage of the balloons. That is because in Windmill Plains there isn't really a super optimal strat, I guess. You have a few of open places where you just speeding through and you can just boost all the time there. Oh, peaks with the bonk here in Hollywood. Not really surprising though, since this really is a really tough track where you can just bonk out of nowhere. She's actually also going for an extra zipper in this track that you usually don't take. Right here at the beginning, the second zipper here into the forest part. Yeah, do not actually took it here as well, since he missed the first zipper, so he doesn't lose a lot of time there.
Trophy race. Everfrost Peak.
Both races here with really solid performances. But for Peeps it's already back to her second most hated track ever for Pain. I will, for the sake of the stream, I won't say what name she dubs this track. But we can ask her later, if you really want to know. But like in the Windmill Plains, already confident start for her.
Walrus Code.
So yeah. We are already halfway done with this race again. Until now, Peeps has a pretty significant lead of, yeah, almost a minute already. Like 40 to 50 seconds, somewhere between that. If she can keep this up, she will be able to take this race home and save her first win in this tournament group of Group C, is it? Yeah, Group C. And for Do Not, nah, he still has to go against Tofu when he is done with Peeps. So still some group action here going on.
Snowball Battle.
So yeah. Oh! Snowball Valley really is taking its toll on Peeps here. Oh, yeah.
Frosty Village.
At the in the end, the slopes in the snow just flung her to the far left of the track, just to troll her a little bit. Oh yeah. And a little bit of the lag going on peak stream is obviously her stream, but a little bit of it is just the game itself laying on its own from all those snow particles that have to be rendered while this awesome music is playing in the background. it's a little bit too much for the N64, and it actually influences her gameplay, since your inputs get a bit delayed and you have a little bit of problem to really adjust to the boosts and turns of the track. Some boosts already also get weaker, other because they get cut short, while others are getting prolonged because the lag frame just keeps on and on and on, taking the boost to the next level. Do not hear with some interesting slope climbing threads. I've never seen that before. And he's pretty lucky that he was able to dodge those double mines there. She's really improved on her hovercraft lately. It shows here. Those are really really good boost chains that she's pulling off. And do not follows her right into Sherbet Island and Whale Bay. That was an insane Whale Bay. I think I haven't seen her doing it that well yet. Do not actually getting a bit thrown off by missing that super. It hurts a bit. Yeah, he's losing quite a bit of time on those zippers in the hovercraft. Because the thing is, the hovercraft and plane zippers, those weird triangular and circle-shaped things, is that you have to be pretty much straightforward when entering them. Since otherwise the game will just not let you boost immediately, but it will kind of pull you inwards the zipper and put you straight, and it will just steal like half a second or a second from you, and also you will get a weaker boost. So that's another thing you have to keep track of in this game. Not just hitting the boost, but also how you hit the boost and what you can do with it. This music is awesome. Way too good. Do not actually. He's getting a bit lucky on those zippers sometimes.
Treasure case.
Hmm. Yeah, this race is coming to an end. Peegert is entering the last trophy of this race.
Trophy race. Ancient Lake.
Beautiful boost chains from Peegert here. Keeping the speed alive all through the first lap.
Fossil Canyon.
Yeah, Miuyo. From what I can tell, Peegert is on massive PVs pace here. Like, I think she might hit a low 29 if she continues with this. Did I say 39? I mean 29. Yo. Yo, what? She really has to watch out for those mines, though. Like, how did that even happen? Yeah, this is all trophy races. Since this is an adventure game, actually, you find 4 trophies, actually 5 trophies in each of the 5 worlds. We just do them from the track menu, all in a row. And Peegert coming on the final here. Oh man. Only one turn. And oh no. She got wrong weight there. That's what happens if you miss a checkpoint when going out of bounds. Since this game is based on the checkpoint system, every now and then the game will check your progress on the track by hitting certain checkpoints. And when you are out of bounds, you sometimes miss them because you didn't visit the specific area for a certain checkpoint. That's what happened here. Yeah. Nonetheless, really great race from Peaks. She PB'd by 2.5 seconds here. Meanwhile, Do Not actually finishing up himself. He also has 1.5 laps left. I think he's definitely on sub 31 pace. Just barely missing out on a PB himself. Damn, GG 30-52. Nice race here. This makes Peaks the winner of this match. She won both of the first matches on this matchup. Damn, I said. So she actually matches Ave in her group now, who also won his first match, also against Do Not. No, Murio, the PB on the leaderboards isn't actually accurate. He PB'd by a lot already in the meantime. He got a 30-53 right before the stream and a 30-48 in the first race of this matchup. He missed PB by 5 seconds. But still, really great run by both players. So yeah, this concludes this. It was a blast commentating this. A little bit of weird things in the beginning with no one being here. But yeah, jumping in. A lot of fun. So let's see, which match do we have next up? I think it's Bando versus Blue Sox, if I'm right. Yeah, Bando versus Blue Sox. It's 10 hours from now. 8:30 AM. And the next restream. Yeah, Bando vs Blue Sox won't be restreamed though. So we have Hubble vs Andy on 1 PM tomorrow afternoon. Nice. That will be an Group G match. Both of them have 1 win each in their group, so they will fight for the crown. You will see how good Andy is, and you will. Sure that. Good. Let's see, what's coming up here? Looks like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is coming up right here on Speed Gaming 4. That will be a blast to watch, I guess. Well, I guess. If I remember correctly, that game is even faster than this one. Good. With this said, I'm pretty much gonna out of here. Thanks Peaks and Dunard for this awesome race. Thanks guys for watching. Bye bye.